Let's talk Moto, specifically the Moto G Stylus family of devices. It seems like they come out with a new one of these every couple of months, threatening us. So we're just going to keep releasing these until you buy one. So let's talk about the entire range and which one is right for you. But before we get to all that, thank you so much to all the new subscribers, up over 8,800 as of the taping of this video. If I keep showing up in your recommended videos and you've been enjoying the content, please go ahead and give that subscribe button a tussle. It certainly means a lot to me. So let's start with the one that just came out, the Moto G Stylus 5G for 2022. There's now two 5Gs, this one from last year and the one that just came out for 2022. $499. I don't have it. I haven't used it, so I can't speak intelligently on whether it's going to be worth that or not. I know the Snapdragon 695 that powers it is an incredibly capable processor. Having used it in the Nord N20, super snappy, really power efficient, really pleased with it. I'm very happy that that's the power plant in that particular device. So no complaints there. They're giving you some nice specs. You get 120 Hertz and all the rest of it seems very nice. The reason why I wouldn't recommend that one, and the reason why I have a problem when you get close to $5 it comes down to support more than a lot of other things. Under $400, you can kind of get away with what Moto's become with the sporadic software updates and the sporadic support of these devices. When you get to that $500 mark, especially with the competition, when you're talking a Pixel 6a when that comes out, when you're talking an iPhone SE for 2022, when you're talking about the Samsung mid-tier devices even, or older Samsung devices that are supporting them for 3 and 4 years, when you have one promised update of Android and a horribly sporadic update schedule for security patches, that's a problem to me. And it's not that you need them. It's not like it's something like there's a bug a month that's being released or some sort of glitch that you'd like fixed on the device. But once every 6 months security patch, when the competition is offering monthly or better, just doesn't cut it. And if you're spending the same amount of money, you don't get a discount. It's not like they're charging $400 and you're like, well, okay, the trade-off is you have to live with that. No. They're charging you full boat for that device. And perhaps right at the max of what you could charge for something with that spec in it. They're getting their money. So you should be getting your updates. So in my mind, that one kind of excludes the Moto G Stylus 5G for this year, the 2022 version, regardless of how the hardware performs. So let's talk about which one of these two is right for you. The very first G Stylus that came out, I love the device. It was here on the channel. It was my budget phone of 2020. It was fantastic. For $270, it was a great deal. You got access to a stylus. You could do some of the things that typically were reserved for $1,000 notes, and it ran well. And back then, they were actually doing okay with software updates, so things went well there. The one for 2021 was a bit odd. Then they came out with this one, and this one that was in February of 2022. And just to get back to the security thing for a moment. This phone, $400, they say it was, when it came out, they say it's going to get Android 12, yet this is running a security patch from August of 2021, right? This phone, brand new, just came out in February, is running a security patch from December of 2021, okay? So, August of 2021, rather, and December of 2021. So, and that's a shame, because Moto really does some good things with their distribution of Android. Flossie the other day was talking about how distributions and different people's take on Android get a bad rap. And that's true because a lot of them do it poorly. But when a skin or something that a manufacturer provides adds to the experience, it does so in a way that doesn't bog down the operating system, doesn't make it laggy. It just kind of feels like it's meant to be there, like Moto does. It's a shame when it doesn't get the software support. I love the Moto gestures. They're fantastic. They're incredibly useful. I love what they do with their lock screen. When there's different things on there, you can actually go ahead and interact with different things on here and see what the notification is when you press on it and hold it and you can interact. I love what they do with their lock screens. I love what they do with their gestures and what they add and how they keep the rest clean. I just wish they'd update them a little bit more. But let's say, now there's still utility here despite that. You've made up your mind. Both of these, you can get them for, the one thing that makes them absolutely worth it is you get these for phenomenal prices. Phenomenal prices. Metro PCS, I think if you sign up for a new line, you get them for $0, both of these. T-Mobile, the similar, they have some great deals. Even AT&T, you could get these through carrier deals, and you could pay monthly, and it's relatively affordable, and they're good devices. Like I said, you get the stylus, you get a headphone jack, okay, USB-C charging, a lot of different things, decent cameras. So which of these two, the 5G or this one, should you get? A lot of people hated on the Snapdragon 480 in this. I did not. When it came out, I thought it was perfectly capable. It was snappy. It was fast. It has lost a step or two over the past year or so as new devices have come out. But it still will get the job done, right? This isn't a heavy... It's a heavy user phone because of the battery life, which is still going to be up over 8 hours. I still get phenomenal battery life on this, so the Snapdragon is incredibly power efficient, the 480. It's still going to do enough. Is it a heavy gaming device? No, but you can still play Call of Duty Mobile and all the rest of them at medium settings and get decent frames. No problems there. The panel's nice enough. It's LCD, it's 60 Hertz, I get it, but it does the job. Everything that you're going to want to do on a device, if you need 5G, which is very few people. I don't think anybody should really need 5G at this point. It's still in its infancy, and it's really not. It doesn't do anybody any favors just yet, especially if you're on a borderline area. We've talked about that before, switching back and forth. It almost seems like it's slower sometimes, but if you absolutely want the future-proofing of the 5G, then you can still use this device and take a look at it. And it's properly rammed. Like I said, the battery lasts 8 hours. The screen is nice. And the Snapdragon 480, for as maligned as it is by people, still does the job and does it well. And I don't think you're going to have any problem with that. My personal pick, though, of these two devices, and the one that I think is the Moto G Stylus that you should absolutely be getting in 2022, is the one that just came out, the Moto G Stylus regular edition, the 4G LTE one for 2022. I missed the fingerprint sensor on the back that the 5G does have. I like the changes. The stylus is a touch more solid than it is on the 5G. I love the 90 Hertz that they did on the display. Fantastic. Great experience. The Dimensity, the MediaTek that was in here that everybody had a heart attack about and saying, well, we've been so indoctrinated as a consumer base that anything that's non-Snapdragon is automatically inferior. Which is not the case. This is running incredibly well. It's pushing the 90 Hertz display. It's a better display. If you could put them side by side, I know it's going to be hard to see on camera, but this is a much better display. The colors on the Moto G Stylus 2022 are poppy. They're vibrant. There's good contrast. You can see they're just a touch. The screen is just a touch washed out on the 5G, so that's certainly an advantage here. But this MediaTek Dimensity is faster than this guy, the Snapdragon 480. Absolutely. So great performance, $270 price tag, retail, and like I said, you get them for the carriers for nothing. If you sign up for, it's not nothing. You got to pay your bill for 2 years and all the rest of it. I get it. But if you're doing that anyway, this is a fantastic value. And then you add in all the stylus stuff on top of it, the Moto gestures, and hopefully, they get back on the wagon as far as updates are concerned and get you the device. But the overall performance, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised by how the Moto G Stylus 2022 performs. It doesn't lag. It runs the 90 Hertz smoothly. There's a lot of these budget phones that come out and they want to wow you with a spec, right? They got to do something to get you excited about a budget phone. So a lot of times they'll slap a 90 Hertz on there and say, hey, oh, look at this. It's 90 Hertz for $200. Yeah, okay, great. If the processor can't push the display at 90 Hertz, what difference does it make? If it's running in effect at 40 Hertz because you're lagging through the thing, you're stumbling around, what difference does it make? So this one is perfectly capable. It runs at 90 Hertz. It runs it well. The games do very smooth on this device. Pokemon's one that you can absolutely feel the difference. When you're catching that Pokemon, you could see the 90 Hertz, the smoothness that provides. The display is better. Cheaper, you could get these for relatively the same price, even retail at this point. But I think this, along with the updated support, eventually it's going to get Android 12, eventually. So I think your money is better spent on the Moto G Stylus from 2022 over the 5G, and certainly over the 5G from 2022 as well. It's confusing. They need different names. They just even number them. 1, 5G 1, 5, something. Moto, you're killing me with these. We got to do that. When we have to do that, start doing the years for the designation, you're in trouble. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, I really do like this device. The 2022 specifically. It reminds me the most of the experience that I had with the first Moto G Stylus, where you didn't go in expecting a lot because of the price tag, and you wound up getting a lot. Whereas this, at $399, you expected a bit more. It came in just kind of at your expectations. I think that would be the case with the $499. This is the one that outperforms expectations. I think there's something to be said about that. When you pick up the device, you're going to like the device that's in your hand if you go with the Moto G Stylus 2022. Have that Steve-licious day.